And I'm so pleased to introduce our next speaker, Youngjung Cho, who is a co-founder of All of Us. Before that, Youngjung was the campaign coordinator at 350.org and 350 Action, which is an international campaign to fight the climate crisis. She has trained and worked with hundreds of people across the country on bird dogging, which is just following and persistently asking tough questions. And we learned, for those who were on the call last week, we learned a bit about bird dogging, and Youngjung is going to take us even further. She is an expert and a pro and one of the premier sort of practitioners of this tactic in the country. So I'm so glad that she's here with us tonight. Youngjung, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Nikki. My name is Youngjung, and I'm super excited to be here with everyone. And I'll be sharing some tips for how to get a question during a town hall event, and some good tips for the 52% of us who will likely have a town hall event in the very near future. But before I dive in, just to share a little bit more about myself, I never thought I'd be in politics. I always thought I'd become a doctor, because my parents, who are immigrants from Korea, didn't have health insurance for most of their adult life, and I thought that becoming a doctor was the way that I could protect and take care of the people that I love. But it was the Affordable Care Act fight of 2009 which drew me into politics, and I realized that I could fight for my family by organizing my community and changing the systems and policies that affect our lives. So today, like so many of you, I fight for my family and my friends and for our democracy. I'm a co-founder of All of Us, and our name comes from the fact that there have been some people in this country who believe that America belongs to a privileged few, and then there have always been Americans who fought to expand we the people to include all of us, like all of us on this call. And a quick plug, this week All of Us launched a new website called We Will Replace You to tell Democrats that we need to stand up to Trump. And our message is simple: if Democrats refuse to resist Trump, we will find and support new candidates who will. And our goal is to show Democratic leaders in Congress and that the grassroots movement in the streets is serious about demanding action, and that we expect them to stand firm. You can join us and take the pledge at wewillreplaceyou.org. So, bird dogging, as Vicki said, is simply following and persistently asking tough questions. I've trained 16-year-old high school students and retirees across the country, so bird dogging is super simple and everybody can do it. And the goal is to elicit a response. We can get someone on record to keep them accountable, encouraging them to keep their promises for the long haul, or use their words against them if they go against their own word. We can also put pressure and move them on issues that impact our lives. And if enough people ask the same questions and are persistent, we can show that there is wide public support or outrage on an issue. So I have 3 very simple tips for asking a question. The first is to get face-to-face. The second is to know your punchline. And the third is to be persistent. And I'll say a little bit more about each tip. So the first, get face-to-face. It's likely that there will be 3 scenarios in a town hall event for you to get your question asked. The first is during the question and answer section. The elected official will scan the room after they've given their remarks, and to get selected, you can smile, raise your hand, make eye contact, and even as Kristen did, I think earlier, she said that she stood up, and you can stand up to separate yourself from the crowd and get your question asked. 2 recent examples for this type of question is during a CNN town hall event with Paul Ryan, where a lifelong Republican who thanked President Obama and said that the ACA saved his life asked Speaker Ryan why he would repeal the Affordable Care Act without a replacement. And Speaker Ryan on CNN, on television, said that the GOP would not repeal without a replacement. So he was very effective in getting Speaker Ryan to be on record. Another example is during the primaries when Secretary Clinton said for the first time ever, after many months, that she finally opposed the Keystone XL pipeline. So these question and answer sections during town hall events can be incredibly powerful for getting elected officials on record and moving them on huge issues. The second tip, or the second scenario, is a rope line. This simply means having a one-on-one interaction with the elected officials. They will likely walk through the town hall event to meet everyone or do a pass-through of the front few rows. So you should smile, extend your hand, and don't let go of your hand. As you're shaking their hand, you should ask the question and hold on to their hands as they answer your question so they do not run away. They are very good at running away from tough questions. And the third scenario is that there will be a large crowd. In this scenario, you can chant your questions. An example of this is in Rhode Island, where thousands of people took over the town hall with Senator Whitehouse and forced him to take the town hall outside so that the thousands of participants could hear, and then demanded that he obstruct all of the nominees going forward. Eventually, the crowd gave him a list of all the nominees, and they made him go one by one to say whether or not he would say yes or no to each nominee. Everyone should go watch the video. It's incredibly powerful. So those are the three scenarios to get face-to-face. So face-to-face was the first tip. The second tip is to know your punchline. If you were to tell a joke, you wouldn't want to forget the punchline. Kind of the most important part. Getting face-to-face is a great opportunity to share your story or talk about an issue that you care about. Just don't forget the punchline. Examples for this week could be, will you filibuster Trump's Supreme Court nominee? Yes or no? Will you stand with the American people and protect the Affordable Care Act? Yes or no? Will you support an independent, immediate, bipartisan investigation into Trump's ties with Russia? Yes or no? Yes or no questions are sometimes the easiest for elected officials to respond to and not be able to run away from. So I'm going to pause here for 10 seconds for everyone to write down a question that they want to ask this week. Great. Now everyone has their punchline for the week. The third tip is to be persistent. Elected officials are very good at pivoting from tough questions, and don't let them get away without answering your punchline. You should repeat yes or no and ask the question again and again. So the three tips again are 1, get face-to-face, 2, know your punchline, and 3, be persistent. Besides these 3 tips, there's a few more things you should know to be successful, and that's to follow up and be prepared. You should bring a big group of friends, because if there are more people who are prepared to ask the question and are practiced, the more likely it is to have our question asked and answered. If there isn't a video, then it did not happen. This is really important, everyone. Make sure that there is a video of the interaction. And it's another reason why you should bring your friends and family with you to the town hall events. And to follow up, you should go up to the reporters who are at the event, introduce yourself, tell them who you are, and tell them what the elected official said to you and your question. So, to wrap up, following elected officials and asking them questions for jogging is very easy, and it works. And I'm really excited to see everyone out there this week ready to capture videos of your questions and answers and photos of you and posters that say, resist Trump, protect the ACA, resist the Muslim ban, resist Trump or we will replace you. So let's be persistent and relentless this week and fight for the community and country for all of us. Thanks so much.